Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are starting off today's blacksmithing episode in an unusual location. Possibly the most obnoxiously loud area in the game, because every time I am here, this fate is ongoing. Please, oh my god, it's not actually an issue, it's just really loud. For some reason. I don't know why the fate music has to be like this. Anyways, today's a blacksmithing episode. But we're starting in an unusual location because over here at Memorune's trading post, where we've been for the main story before, you are a junk monger. You should allow me to purchase from you. Memorune's open more shops. Many Memorune's shops make many shinies. You're not gonna let me purchase from you, are you? Oh, here we go. Here's the junk monger we actually can purchase from. We're gonna need to buy a special item, which is only really available at this shop. The blunt bastard sword is what we are looking for. We're going to actually end up buying basically everything at this shop, one of everything at this shop, just over time. But we're not gonna buy it all at once. We'll come back when we need it for other crafters, but we'll be coming back here occasionally in order to get more stuff from Memorune's trading posts. Alright, and with that initial shopping out of the way, let's get started with today's blacksmithing quest. Here at the Blacksmithing Guild, we have a quest from Brithale. What do you got for us? Forge Master Brithale is eyeing you with an ominous grin on his face. It may be wise to inquire as to why. Out of curiosity, what tool are we getting? Regular quality of what we already have. Oh well. That's expected. Been waiting for you to come and see me, lass. Seems you got yourself an admirer, and I ain't talking about me neither. I'm talking about someone else. It was only a matter of time before folks started asking questions about who was responsible for the guild's recent change in fortunes. You heard of Costa del Sol out in Bloodshore? I believe I've been there before, yes? Cause that's where your new admirer lives. In case you didn't know the place, it's a favorite resort of Uldah's rich and famous. That's right, I'm talking about one of them. That's for you by name, they did. Said they wish to commission the great Satora Lancy and no other, haha. Dang, we are getting some fortunes coming our way then. We've got a bit of a reputation. This could be your chance, lass. It ain't every day you get invited to curry favor with such a wealthy bleeding client. At first I thought he was just by a guy who was watching over you, but I'm beginning to think that two-faced buggered Naldal might have taken an interest in all. Anyway, you'll do it, won't you? Bah, of course you bloody will. You'd be a goddamn fool to refuse. You'll need to trouble that bastard Phase there for further details. Oh, and though it sticks me in my throat to say it, I reckon you should probably thank the Chocobo's ours while you're at it. He's the one who's made this happen. Alright, well, I will definitely give my thanks because this is a big opportunity for us as a blacksmith. Thank you so much for setting this up, Phasar. What's the exact job or commission I'm being given? Well met, Smith, I gather you've heard about your commission? I trust you understand what an honor this is, as well as what's at stake. Yeah, it is a pretty big client, it sounds like, so reputation's kind of a big risk here. The client in question is a distinguished personage with tremendously high expectations. Should you fail to live up to them, it will reflect poorly on both you and your guild. As for myself, the last thing I need is a well-connected Uldan tells an associates not to buy your products. Products, I need hardly add, which I should very much like to sell them. In short, don't fail. Now then, I believe I saw Miss Qswib arrive a moment ago. She is our client's representative. Go inside and introduce yourself to her. She will explain the commission. Alright then. Hello there, Miss Qswib. What is this commission I'm being given? I've heard a great deal about you, Satora Lancy. As you may have heard, my master was captivated by the tales of your exceptional craftsmanship, and thought you the ideal candidate to undertake a commission of particular import to him. By a way of an introduction, my master's estate boasts the most spectacular gardens in all of Costa del Sol. Its many botanical marvels owe much to the efforts of our chief groundsman, who has nurtured them since he was a lad. The dear old fellow has been with the family for generations now, and my master feels it is past time that his years of faithful service be recognized. And what better way to honor the tireless efforts of one's loyal servant than to present him with an exquisitely wrought example of the tool of his beloved trade. In short, Miss Lancy, my master would like to commission a plumed iron hatchet of the first order. Know that anything less than perfection will be deemed unacceptable. We trust you will not disappoint us. Alright, that is pretty big, but I believe I can do that. We just need to deliver one plumed iron hatchet. We technically already have one in our inventory, but I believe, yeah, we're using that on our botanist, so instead what I'm going to do is make one myself. We're going to need one iron ingot, one walnut lumber, and one chocobo feather to do this at level 29. Alright, let's get crafting. This shouldn't be too hard. We are more than equipped for the task. Make sure that quality is as high as it can be because they will only accept high quality goods. And now we can finish the actual crafting. Alright, and there's your plumed iron hatchet. Let's get that delivered. Do you have the hatchet? I do indeed. It is right here. My, though I count myself no expert in such matters, even I am sensible to this hatchet's quality. It is magnificent. Master Phasar's words did not do you justice. You are a veritable prodigy, madam. Your hatchet is more a work of art than a tool. When I run my fingers along its smooth leather grip and gaze upon its flawless, sparkling blade, I find that I am moved. It seems a great shame to allow such a masterpiece to be used for mere gardening. But tools are made for a purpose. Mayhap as the blade dulls and the grip wears, it will gain a different sort of beauty. Ah, but I am beginning to sound like our chief groundsman. Such a gentle soul, I am quite sure that he will see the artistry in your creation. Why, it may even serve to inspire him in his own craft. You should be proud. On behalf of my lord, I thank you, Satora Lancy. Pray give my regards to Master Phasar. Alright, I'm glad that it was so well received. Phasar, the commission went well. You certainly rose to the occasion. Expertly done, Smith. And it seems Miss Kusweep has marked you out as a crafter of outstanding skill. If her master agrees with her assessment, this may well be the first of many such commissions. Oh goody. You have every right to be proud. I suppose your mentor will want to know what's transpired. I swear your talents are truly wasted serving that fool. You may tell him I said so if you wish. You're a damn good smith, Satora. You can do better. He's definitely got his issues, but he's been teaching me pretty good so far. Ah, there you are, lass. Well, tell us how it went then. He said that, did he? Cheeky sod, talking like he knows what it means to be a smithy. There ain't no one as knows better than me, and I've only ever wanted what's best for you. I still remember the day you first walked in here, you know. 'Twas clear to me even then that you'd got a will of iron. Something in your eyes there was. Something has told me you'd give your all to the craft, not for coin or for fame, but for the sake of making something good. And that's just what we need round here, so don't let us down, Satora. Stick with us and we'll do right by you. Alright, let's see. I already have high quality of all these, so I will take the money. But thank you, Brithale. And now with that done, we can get started on our crafting log for the day. I already have all the items we need in our inventory. So let's start going over what we need. In terms of crystals, we are going to be needing 192 fire shards. We're going to be needing 3 ice shards, 73 wind shards, 100 earth shards, 7 lightning shards, and 16 water shards. We're also going to need 1 crystal, a fire crystal to be precise, which you can get through botany or mining. In terms of raw materials, we're going to need 6 coral butterflies, which we can fish up in... really, most places in Lenosia will have that. Actually, here, let me go ahead and switch Teamcraft over to a different menu they added recently, which will actually help a bit. Let's see, from Botany in the East Shroud, we need 3 yew logs and 1 yew branch. From Gathering, Botany, no, sorry, not Botany, Mining in Eastern Thanlin, we need 1 Withered Obsidian, 3 Saltpeter, and 5 Alumin. Then up in the South Shroud, from Botany, we'll need 42 walnut logs, 25 oak logs, 4 flax, and 1 chocobo feather. Then we'll also need to hunt some boars. Ooh. I'm not gonna recommend those boars. We'll talk about the boars in a different location. Then let's see. Next on the list is... in the Central Shroud, we're going to need to use botany for 4 cotton bull. In the North Shroud, we will need to hunt some Bane mites for 4 dire mite webs. I believe we've seen those enough that I don't need to show them again, but they are East of Falgord floats. Let's see, what's next on the list? In Upper Lenosia, we're going to need to mine up 12 siltstone and 3 brimstone. From the Junkmonger, we're going to need the Blunt Bastard Sword. And it looks like there are wolves on the west half of Upper Lenosia, over by Memroon's trading post. Or sorry, Upper Lenosia, not Western Lenosia. I said western half of Upper Lenosia. I said it right. There are wolves in the western half of Upper Lenosia, over by Memroon's trading post, where we need to get a wolf fang from them. Now, Western Lenosia, we're going to need to mine up 2 mudstone, and we can hunt. We will save that actually for the next map, or not the next map, a different map coming up. Here we go. Middle Lenosia. We're going to need to hunt megalocrabs at the bottom of the very large staircase up in the northwest area of Middle Lenosia. For some megalocrab legs, we're going to need 4 megalocrab legs. Let me finish up this craft, and then I will show where that is. Getting ourselves a nice steel bardiche, and this is going to be... who's the steel bardiche for? It looks like it's a lancer weapon. Oh, that's a marauder weapon. Got it. Alright then, the megalocrabs. Those are in Middle Lenosia. Those are going to be right up here in this area, around Three Malm Bend. Alright, next on the list, mining in Western Thanlin. We're going to need 83 iron ore. That is a lot of iron ore, actually, but that makes sense. We are doing blacksmithing. And we can hunt gigantoads up in... oh, I'm going to need to go back to the map for this. But we're going to be hunting gigantoads north of Vesper Bay for 2 gigantoad skins. Alright, there we go. Crossbeam hammer done. Let's check out the map. So, that's going to be in Western Thanlin. Here we go. From Vesper Bay, head north into this area at the east end of Cape Westwind, and you'll find the gigantoads with 2 gigantoad skins. Alright, back to crafting. Let's see. Next up, in Southern Thanlin, we're going to need to mine up 40 bomb ash for making steel ingots, I believe. Now where? Really? The only place that it is recommending in this menu for the boar hides we need is South Shroud, but those are high-level enemies. Let's see, are there anywhere else where we can fight wild boars? Huh, I'm not seeing a lot of luck for getting those boar hides. But it's recommending some level 40 boars, and that's not a good idea. So maybe off the market board? I don't want to recommend that. Let's see, I'm gonna look that up real quick. Where can we get those boar hides? Let's see. Boar hides are gonna come from... ah, here we go. Wild boars in East Shroud. Yep, that makes sense. That's gonna be up in the bramble patch. I'll show that on the map once we are done with this, but 3 boar hides is all we're gonna need. There we are. So then, the boar hides, that's going to be in the Black Shroud, that's going to be in the East Shroud. Specifically, right up here in the Bramble Patch, just east of Old Gridania and north of Hawthorne Hut. Alright, back to crafting. Let's see. In terms of the pre-crafts we need to do, we're going to need 1 yew lumber from Carpenter. Then, oh dear. Teamcraft, are you okay? Okay, it's fine now. We're gonna need 14 walnut lumber, again from Carpenter. And then we're gonna need to do some pre-crafting on material we have not made yet before, so I'll get back to that in a minute. From Blacksmith, we're gonna need 1 iron ingot, or from Armor, as well as 40 steel ingots. Once we have those, we can make 3 steel rivets. Oh, looks like we're gonna need that oak lumber now, so we'll scroll down, make the steel scythe, and come back to that in a minute. Next up on the list, we're gonna need 1 steel plate from Armor. Then we're gonna need 1 mudstone whetstone from Goldsmith. And then 6 siltstone whetstones from Goldsmith. After that, from Leatherworker, we need 2 toad leather. More pre-crafts that we have not done before. Then from Weaver, we're gonna need... Okay, we are running out of things we can do without those pre-crafts. Without those extra pre-crafts. Okay, here we go, steel file. Anyways, next up from Weaver, we're gonna need 3 cotton yarn, which we can make from 2 crafts of cotton yarn. Then we're going to need 3 dew thread from 2 crafts of dew thread. From Weaver again, we're going to need 3 undyed velveteen. Then from Alchemist, we're going to need 3 fish glue, 2 crab oil, and 2 linseed oil. Alright, there we go. Yeah, let's keep going down this list and then we'll go over to check out the other extra materials we need. We're gonna need a few extra materials that we've not made yet, so that's going to be a delight. These crafting logs are starting to get a little bit more interconnected, and that is... I guess it makes it a bit more interesting, but also it does make things a little bit more awkward because I'm trying to show things contained to their own episodes. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and go show off those extra pre-crafts we need to make. And I'm gonna need to pull up my checklist so I can start marking off that I've done those. Let's see, crafting log. We're gonna be doing Carpenter first. Alright, so the first pre-craft we need to make is going to be... We're gonna need 8 oak lumber. So we'll make 1 by hand, and then we can make the rest by quick craft. There we go, there's 1. Now let's quick craft the... Or I guess I can do the rest of the quick crafts off screen. Next up, we will... Oh, this somehow slipped past me. We could have done this... Actually, I think I may have already done this off screen, but we do need 1 steel sledgehammer from blacksmith level 30. But other pre-crafts we need to do for blacksmith, we're going to need 1 extra steel mortar, 1 extra steel scythe, and yeah, that should be all the extras we need. I listed enough materials so we can have a steel mortar and a steel scythe, and then also the things we make from them, which are going to be the... Where are they? They're somewhere in here. Heavy steel mortar and the wrapped steel scythe. I listed enough materials that we can make the steel mortar and steel scythe as well as those upgraded versions. Okay, next extra pre-craft we need to do that we haven't done yet is going to come from Leatherworker. Let me pull up the list for Leatherworker. And we are going to be making boar leather. We need 3 boar leather in total. Alright, there's our first one, beautiful, and I will quick craft the rest off screen. Alright, and the last extra craft we need to do that's coming up a little bit early is from Alchemist. We're going to need to make some black fire sand. Let me go ahead and pull up my list for that so I can mark that off when we've made it. There's the black fire sand. And let's get crafting. And we only need 1 black fire sand, thankfully. And there we are, black fire sand done. Okay, now with all of that, including the 1 extra steel mortar and 1 extra steel scythe, we should be able to just go through and craft everything on the crafting log. So, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off screen. And next time on Final Fantasy XIV, what are we doing? I believe next time we are going to be taking on our level 30 Marauder quest. So, I will see everyone next time for that.